Okay, so in this episode, I will tell you more about our user Toolbox, which is actually a very handy plugin and we can enable it because it's a standard library that is here. And how we can check it, basically, we're not using script table, but Toolbox. And we have possibility to even add a core basic comment, which is as well very useful. I will actually explain how we can do it. In editor, we have user Toolbox, but we don't have anything. I'll create a new folder. I'll call it Toolbox. And we can create our new library. So from now we can use user Toolbox. This is icon tracker that we can actually use to create some sort of the tracker for the icons, and we can call it IT icons, for example, if you want to track some of them. And it allows us to add like icons here. This is the index. We can use a folder path, prefix ID, and icon size for that case. And as well, we can create a custom blueprint for that comment. We can even call it like TCB maybe, and this is like a sample. And the another third category will be Toolbox tab, and we will use it because actually this is the main thing how we can open it up. And I'll use UTB main library. And basically by having this we can create some data asset types, but we just will use the main thing. We can go to window, I will turn it off, and user Toolbox, we have default user Toolbox. So now it's actually here. This is the normal user Toolbox. We can even press this kind of thing and it will open it up. So this is our UTB main library that I have created in the past. And basically we can create by windows or just double click. And this is the our panel. I already used it in the past, but we can create some tab selections and manage this kind of tab selection. So I can create a new tab. It will be like main library. I can press F2 or just right mouse button, main library. And from now, as you can see, there is a commandlets. We have a command tab. We can even override some functionalities from user interface that actually can become handy. And we see some stuff. And this is the select valid selection. We need to press select. And then after we press select, we are able to drag and drop. So we can assign something to a layer, assign something to a level, change the view mode. We can zoom it all, we can clean hierarchy, show layers. Maybe we want to create some top spawner. Maybe we want to use something related to, for example, other stuff. So there's like push component material into mesh, which is actually very useful, or select actor by size. And maybe I can remove something, but basically we have some sort of the possibilities. This is a zoom all, and we have a few like pre-combined stuff that we can use it. Even a sample, this is the actual one that we have created. And yeah, if we have this kind of created TCB sample, we can use the functionalities, and this is the comment, yeah. And we can obviously show log print text, and I can type sample. Okay, and if it's actually here, now we have this kind of libraries, we can even play with it. And how we can play? So now this is a library, and in order to open it up, I will just save this kind of thing. And from now, I can open it up. So now we can see actually all the kind of things that we have created. And this is the tab that we can dock. And now I can flip some normals, show layers. If I press show layers, it will show some functionalities. But remember that if we haven't added like some sort, I'll go to main library. We have the options here, like set higher precision. We can merge some stuff. This is the name merge. We can even switch the icons, right? But we haven't like used some path, but we can use our previous library that we have created here. So if you want to merge something, for example, I will duplicate this kind of cylinders and I will try to use it, and now I will just use merge. As you can see, now it's merged. Basically we have created it so fast. Unfortunately, out of the box it doesn't support begin transaction, so it is not so handy in many cases. And maybe for now I'll just remove all of them, and we will just use our like a simple. And there is even actor filter and size, which is very handy. And here, this is default name. This is actually what we have created in our sample size. This is the select actor by size. This is a threshold by filter, and we can add filter stack, and this filter stack can be, for example, is a class of something. So if it's a class of actor, we can try to type it up, or maybe something like that. And this is the material from component. We can search on mirror actor, and then we can mirror some stuff. These are like functionalities from actor, and this is our new pin. And now if I have it, it's already replaced. And now I can use some functionalities. So if I select actor by filter, it doesn't show anything. We have only one actor that is here. But now I'll just press a few actors like this. And we can even select the actor by size. Now I can mirror actor. As you can see, it mirrors actor. It adds like all showcases, just like very fast, and we can even use some of the subcoordinates for that case. And I can remove it obviously as well. And even if I use default name, it will show the sample. So we can use our sample functionality to this. And maybe I'll use some other functionalities. I'll remove it and I will use flip normals. I show you actually how we can make this kind of stuff. But I don't have a like simple material, but as you can see, this is like I cannot modify in engine asset because it's a cylinder that is here. So actually it's a great check. So I'll just add a generic here. I'll make a bigger scale. And now when I have this mesh, I can press flip normals. And actually, as you can see, it has been flipped. Perfect. And we can even set high precision, right, for some scalability meshes. That's great. And as well, we have some utilities. We can even use console variable, so we can use it like to compute very fast console command. I would say we can use console command, and this allows us, for example, to create some library of commands like stat FPS, and we can try to even rename that kind of thing. Yeah, I will show like the FPS. And for example, now we have this kind of library, and the main library, we see it shows the FPS. We can add another one. So now I can duplicate, and now, for example, I can use stat. Let maybe use me GPU. Okay, we can name it GPU. And I will duplicate again, and I will use stat U object. As far as I remember, I will try to see if it's working. And I will use another one, which is game. It will be stat game. And now I created a library of the functionalities. As you can see, this is the FPS, this is the GPU, this is the game. Okay, as you can see. And object, it's not working because I think it was objects. Let me see. Yes, as we can see, this is the objects. Okay, so my mistake. But actually, we can create some sort of the library. I can create a console comments library, name this way, and I can create another one. And I will just name it, for example, playground. And from now, obviously, we can switch between those. As you can see, this is a playground, but we can use some of the buttons, which is like very good. And for the playground, we can assign something to a level. So I can just drag and drop. I will just need to go here. This is level, this is layer, this is a view mode, this is zoom all. And we can use other commands like tab spawner, maybe execute Python script, which is actually very good. This is remove geometryless actor from selected node. And we can even show some layers command, right? So if I press it now and go here, we can see this is like a layers, and we can zoom out. And if I go, for example, to cylinder, zoom all, which is like a command to go to the part, I can assign to a level, and if you have many levels, we will be able to see, or to some layers, right? So we can even type some layers, which is very useful. We can create a good library. I really use that for like some sort of the possibilities to see how we can track some commands. So we can create our new library and create for that kind of widget. It's very useful. Honestly, we can create even some kind of sort of the widgets even here and docker it out. So it will help us to recreate some of the functionalities. And remember that actually in tab details we can even override some stuff in the widgets, and we have this kind of command list, and we can add our new command list. So it's very useful. I highly encourage you to do that because it's actually very awesome to add some stuff. And yeah, this allows us to create very modular stuff and dock in our layout and speed up the iteration process of our project.